In financial inclusion, like most things, we manage what we measure. So when in Mozambique, the number of people using formal financial services doubled between 2009 and 2014, from 12 to about 24%, there was some cause for celebration. But what this hid was a reality that only 1% of Mozambicans actually used all four types of financial services: savings, credit, insurance and payments. Most of the rest used only one such service. And Mozambique was no exception in our map countries. Myanmar and Malawi proved exactly the same thing, that people in these countries that had financial services were indeed very thinly served. Yet our measures didn't create incentives for policymakers and donors and even providers to start providing that portfolio of services. So we set out to create a simple measure that would tell us something about the depth of usage and not only about the breadth. So in this depth and breadth diagram, on the bottom axis we have the traditional indicators of financial inclusion used by many institutions, which is the number of people using at least one financial service. To that we then added the vertical axis, the depth axis, which indicates what proportion of product classes are being used by each of the individuals on the horizontal axis. So for example, we found out that until a country reached a 50%, roughly 50% formal inclusion rate, it was virtually impossible to increase the depth of usage. So that's where Myanmar and Malawi sits. But the moment the country have reached that 50% break line, we're looking at a fairly substantial increase in depth, as we found, for example, in Swaziland and Lesotho and in Myanmar. What this tells us from a policymaker's perspective is that until you reach that 50% breakpoint, the real priority for the government and for donors has to be to get people into the formal system, usually with a payments product. Once you get beyond that point, you can start cross-selling products and really work on the portfolio approach. That will help us to use our resources a lot more efficiently in countries.